you going to find the best is the best of what's the best ever will be never number for me, nobody don't have to be there for. I am the one and only Jake Toby, and welcome to Wrestling Made Simple. We got an action-packed week this week with the news of the week followed by actually no news this week because it is Wrestlemania week. Unfortunately, bad news, I will not be out there for Wrestlemania. I had a family emergency, so I canceled my trip to California, but, family comes first. I'll be happily watching it from home with my friends and family. So, sorry to all of you who thought you were going to say hi to me out there, but I will be home watching WrestleMania for the first time, basically since WrestleMania 35. WrestleMania 36 was no fans, but so for the first time since WrestleMania 35, I will not be out there, but I will hopefully be out there for WrestleMania 40 in Philly. But let's get into the SmackDown review this week. SmackDown kicked off with Cody Rhodes versus Ludwig Kaiser in a very good match. I actually thought Cody Rhodes and Kaiser had some great chemistry here. Cody Rhodes really pointing out all the stops. Kaiser actually having shown up for a good match. It was awesome to see Kaiser get some very good screen time outside of a tag team and outside of I forget to turn off my notifications, and outside of Imperium. So it was kind of cool to see that. It was then, we then had, making sure I get this right, we then announced that John Cena will kick off WrestleMania versus Austin Theory. Very excited for that. We then get SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair talking about being a 14-time Women's Champion. She kind of turned a bit heel in this promo, but at the same time was not. So it was kind of a weird promo by Charlotte Flair. We did get LA Knight versus Rey Mysterio. The very good match really showed off LA Knight's in-ring talent, which kind of makes you wonder why the fuck he isn't on the card for WrestleMania. But he was able to pick up the win with a little help from Dominic Mysterio. After the match, Dominic would go to ringside and tell his mom to shut up. And that kind of finally pushed Ray over the edge. He attacks Dominic, punches him in the face, and was finally able to basically get the match he wanted. Dominic and Rey Mysterio, WrestleMania, it's official. We then get Natalya and Shotzi versus Lacey Evans and Xia Li for a qualifying match at WrestleMania Showcase. Good match. Natalya able to make Xia Li tap out. It's very cool to see Shotzi get a little bit of push, because she's not going to win, but she is going to be at WrestleMania, which is awesome. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler then came out and said they've been added to the match as well, which kind of pisses me off because everyone else had to compete. I get why they're not having Ronda Rousey compete, because apparently she is hurt, and they want her to not wrestle till WrestleMania, so that is why. You then get Intercontinental Champion Gunther versus Butch in a non-title match. Intercontinental Champion Gunther was able to pick up the win, but there was no question these guys were going to have a good match. If you watch any of NXT UK, you know these guys always showed out. It was cool to see, and Gunther was able to pick up the win, but that led to a brawl on the outside for all of them, for Sheamus and Drew McIntyre to kind of beat down Gunther, but in the end, everybody stood tall. It makes me excited for a triple threat match at Mania. And finally, to close out the show, you got KO and Sami Zayn, the KO show. KO announced his new KO Mania shirt. On the back, it had KO Mania, but on the front, it had WrestleMania. KO and Sami Zayn hugged. They were so happy to be back together. You could tell they're enjoying being back together. Then the Usos came out and attacked KO and Sami Zayn. KO grabbed the chair as an equalizer. The Usos run off, still doing a little bit of damage, but KO and Sami Zayn stand tall. That was SmackDown. So let's move on to Raw. As Raw kicked off with Miz TV with Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus. But before anyone could really get any words in, Damage Control came out, and Becky Lynch and Io Sky had their match scheduled for later on. Becky Lynch was able to pick up the win over Io Sky in a hard-fought match. I wish Io Sky could pick up the win. Kind of create some doubt going into WrestleMania. It would have been cool, but Becky Lynch picks up the win. We then get Seth Rollins versus Mustafa Ali. Seth Rollins gets his revenge on Mustafa Ali after all those months where he was the United States champion and Mustafa Ali kept challenging him to a match. Mustafa Ali finally gets his match. It's a good match. Not great. Seth Rollins hits a couple stomps. One actually off the top rope, which was awesome. And Seth Rollins then pins Mustafa Ali. Seth Rollins then says if he can't beat Logan Paul, Logan Paul won't be a joke. Seth Rollins will be a joke. So, I'm excited for that match. It's still not my favorite match at Wrestlemania. So I'm excited for it. We then get almost an MVP coming out for their weigh-in. Apparently this was supposed to be more of a UFC segment, but they wanted to build it more of a Hollywood kind of feel. Omos would weigh in at over 410 pounds. My God. Lesnar then came out and attacked Omos. Right away did not even weigh in. Lesnar tried to pick up the scale and tried to attack Omos, but Omos delivered a big boot and Lesnar was able to get out of the ring. It's very weird. Very weird to see Lesnar run. You think that a little segment with Finn Balor in which he confirmed the demon version of Finn will be inside Hell in a Cell. Makes me wish I was there, but you know. You think that backstage segment with Castelli interviewing Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes says he has earned everything he has fought for and will beat Roman Reigns to become excuse me, the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Whew. We then get an 8-man tag team match of the Street Profits and Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders. I don't know what the Alpha Academy is, if they're heel or face right now, because they're pitching more as a face, but they still do heel tendencies. Street Profits and Braun Strowman and Ricochet were able to pick up the win. Very fun match. Apparently there's talk of turning the Street Profits heel at Wrestlemania and having them join MVP in a new Hurt business. I don't know if that's going to be true, but what do you think? We then got Austin Theory calling a promo. You know, I can't review this because I can review the parts I've seen because I unfortunately had to leave again for my family emergency. I didn't see the full Raw. What I saw was a very good Raw, but I haven't seen the full Raw, so I'm just going to review that part and leave it where it is. I enjoyed what I saw, but it's unfortunate that I can't give you the full review. I apologize, but again, I have my own shit to deal with this week, you know, but I'm excited for WrestleMania. I'm excited for what it could be this year. Let's look at the card for WrestleMania, and then why don't you look at the card for Stand and Deliver? Actually, let's look at Stand and Deliver first, since that is before WrestleMania this week. We have Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller in an unsanctioned match. That could really be a good one, man. I'm excited for that match. Johnny Gargano, I think, will pull off the win. Long-term storylines of Seth, I think it was like 8 months ago. I'm trying to remember when Johnny Gargano left NXT. It might have been right before WrestleMania 38, so it might have been over a year ago. God. I picked Johnny Gargano to win this match. We then have Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship. I see Carmelo Hayes winning this match because I believe they want to push Braun Breaker on the main roster, so they'll probably get the NXT Championship off of him. We then have a wild match for the NXT Women's Championship. We have Roxanne Perez versus Zoe Stark versus Gigi Dolan versus Tiffany Stratton versus Lyra Valkyria and Indy Hartwell. I don't think Zoe Starks to win this match. I think Gigi Dolan would be my runner-up. But it's going to be a very good match. If anything, if it's not those two, then Roxanne's going to retain, but that's why I picked the win. We then get the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Fallon Henley and Kiana James versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I like those names, I really do. I picked the champions to lose this match. think Alpha Fire will pin Kiana James, and it will lead to a breakdown of that tag team. We then get a fatal five-way for the NXT North American Championship match. It'll be Wes Lee versus Dragon Lee. I wonder if they're related. They're not. Versus JD McDonough versus Itchla Dragunov versus Axiom. You know, I think Dragon Lee picks up the win here. They want him to be something coming into NXT. They're pitching him as the next Rey Mysterio. So I think Dragon Lee picks up the win here. We then get a triple threat tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. We get Gallus versus the Creed Brothers versus the D'Angelo family. I see the D'Angelo family actually picking up the win here. I like Tony D'Angelo. I think Stacks is a very good character, and I think they want to put a little gold on their waist. So, yeah. We then get Chase University versus Tyler Bate and versus Schisms. I still hate that name. So it's Chase University and Tyler Bate versus Schisms. Actually, Ava's first match. So The Rock's daughter is going to have her first match in WWE. So it's an 8-person tag. Winner gains control of Chase University. Chase University's going to pick up the win, and there's no question about that. I actually see NXT Stand and Deliver being maybe a steal show of the weekend. I'm excited for everything that NXT could be this weekend, but that's why I say I see Stand and Deliver being a great show. Let's move on to WrestleMania. Night 1 kicks off with Austin Theory versus John Cena. Austin Theory's going to win that. They're not going to put the title on John Cena. If they do, it'll be a burial to Austin Theory's character, and I think would be very stupid. You get Seth friggin' Rollins versus Logan Paul. I see Seth Rollins picking up the win here. If not, the crowd will definitely turn on this show. Trish Stratus and Leah and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control. I see Damage Control picking up the win here with the Trish Stratus heel turn. I would like that. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I think Omos is going to win here. And here's why. There'll be a star-making moment for a giant who you need to be a star. WWE has failed with the last few giants to come in, such as, I'm not going to say the Big Show, I'm going to say people like the Great Khali and, you know, John Gonzalez. They're always looking for the guy who could be the next Andre. And I think Omos, I'm not saying he's Andre, but I'm saying he's got talent, and I'd be excited for him to pick up this win. We got Bianca Belair versus Asuka. I see Asuka picking up the win and finally getting her win at WrestleMania. That is what she needs. She needs to pick up the win here and get some amazing heel run with the title. You then get Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is going to win this. Charlotte Flair is going to give her a fight of her life, but it's time for Rhea Ripley to get the big win at WrestleMania. She kind of had it versus Asuka, but I think Charlotte Flair would be a lot more. We get Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. This is the night 2, probably main event. Cody Rhodes is going to win this. It's time. Take the title off of Roman, put it on someone who's going to defend it every time they're on TV, basically. And Cody Rhodes needs to finish the story. We then get Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. For the IC title, I think Sheamus. I want him to get the Grand Slam. It's time for Sheamus to have a Grand Slam. Edge versus the Demon Finn Balor in Hell in a Cell. Edge is going to pick up the win here and will have the win over Finn Balor ending Judgment Day's feud with him, and will move on to having probably the final feud of his career. The real four-way tag team match, the Women's WrestleMania Showcase, was Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya. I already said who's going to win this. It's going to be Ronda and Shayna going to win this. We then get Braun Strowman Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. I think Braun Strowman and Ricochet are going to win this, pinning the Street Profits, causing them to turn heel and join MVP's new version of the Hurt Business. The Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for Tag Team Undisputed WWE Championship. There's no way it's Kevin Owens. It's Kevin Owens. They're going to pick up the win. There's no way it is. No. And finally, the last announced match, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio's going to pick up the win here. It'll be, again, a star-making moment for him to beat his dad at Wrestlemania. That's so far the card. I could see them adding the Bray Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley match. If not, it's going to be Bobby Lashley versus LA Knight. Yeah, I could easily see Bobby Lashley winning both of those. But if it's Bray Wyatt's going to pick up the win. If it's LA Knight, Bobby Lashley picks up the win. Maybe it'll be a triple threat match. That'll be a cool one. But that is my Wrestlemania predictions, everybody. Let's move on to actually a segment I haven't done in a while. A title review. This title review is the review of the Stone Cold Steve Austin replica WWE Championship. This is a amazing title I actually got for Christmas as a Christmas gift. And it is awesome. The Smoking Skull is done perfectly. The rattlesnake on the back. All the little snake emblems, I loved it. My nickname in high school was the Snake. So you know what? This is the perfect towel for me. And it's the perfect towel just to walk around with and just hold for a little while just to say, I have this towel in my collection. It's a towel that everyone loves and everybody reminisces about when they have it. It is an awesome one to have. So if you're looking for a towel to add to your collection, here it is. This is the title for you. Man, I could use a drink after this week. Let's move on to the drink of the week. The drink of the week this week is a gin and tonic. One of the most classic cocktails ever. It's a simple cocktail. It's just simply fill a glass of ice, pour an ounce or two of gin in there, and then fill the rest with tonic water. Stir it just to make sure it's mixed up, and then add a lime wedge for a nice little garnish, and there you have it, a gin and tonic. One of the classic cocktails, one that everyone can love, and one that I will certainly always enjoy. Now it's time, everybody, for the final segment, the Battlejoy of the Week. Oh, the Battlejoy of the Week this week. It was very easy. I talked about it on Twitter. It's actually one of my most liked tweets ever. Very easy to go with this one. Very easy to talk about. Molly Pond, who is a YouTuber I've never heard of, she apparently was reporting that WWE reached out to her and said they offered her $20 million to appear for WWE at WrestleMania. And she turned it down. She said she was in the right mentality for it, and apparently a source, Fightful contacted a source at WWE, and they said, wow, that's generous of us, $20 million, wow, I kind of want that deal. They said the numbers will be well above anything that even Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns received. There was also a number that would be above Floyd Mayweather or Cain Velasquez. So, you know what? Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on this. I'm calling bullshit. So, you know what? And it was proved that she did lie. WWE confirmed that they never made an offer like this to anyone. So, Molly Pond, you are the Battlejoy of the Week for WrestleMania Week. Congratulations.
Uh-oh.
Before I go off, I just want to dedicate this episode also to the children who were shot in Tennessee during the school shooting. My thoughts and prayers go out to them and the adults who were shot. I pray for them. I pray for the families. I pray for everyone who was hurt by this incident, and I hope we can come together as a nation and truly learn to love each other again. Thank you very much for listening. listening. I hope you all enjoy WrestleMania week. I wish I could be out there with you, but I'm going to be with my family and my friends. Again, I hope I can be there next year, and I look forward to seeing WrestleMania 40 in Philly. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Have a great WrestleMania week. I have been the big guy, and this